Hello, I'm Jamie Matthews, Mayor of the City of Santa Clara. On behalf of the entire City Council, welcome to the 2011 State of the City Address. It is my pleasure as Mayor of Santa Clara to provide a brief overview of the achievements and challenges in our city and to offer a few comments on the major tasks and decisions we have ahead of us for this year. First, let me tell you something that you already know. As a resident of Santa Clara, we live in a great place. Our quality of life is superb, and we enjoy a community that is vibrant, diverse, and involved. The attributes of our city are why people from all over the world choose to live here and why so many residents have made Santa Clara their home for most of their lives. One reason for our success as a community was described in the theme of the city's 2010 annual report and 2011 city calendar: partnerships. Santa Clara has a long history and tradition of collaborations that have leveraged community resources and resulted in synergies that contribute to our outstanding quality of life. In good times and in tough times, partnerships with residents, with nonprofit organizations and faith communities, with businesses and schools, with government agencies, and with others have led to extraordinary results. Especially now, collaborative partnerships will be key to overcoming the most significant budget challenges in our city's history. It is no secret that Santa Clara, like every other jurisdiction in California, is struggling with a budget deficit. Last year, our general fund budget was $20 million less than the previous year, and we still had a $5 million budget shortfall remaining. In the midst of our preparation for the budget for the upcoming fiscal year, 2011-12, we are looking at projections of continuing general fund deficits throughout the 5-year financial plan. Our reserve funds have been tapped to balance previous budgets, so we cannot count on our rainy day savings and accounts for a quick fix. The economy continues to lag, and our revenues are not returning quickly to the levels we experienced a few years ago. With fewer dollars coming in, and with the cost of services continuing to rise, we have to make very difficult decisions on how to balance our budget. No one in the city government, elected officials or staff, wants to cut back on the delivery of services. When almost all of your general fund budget is devoted to delivering services, it doesn't take much of a budget cutback before services are affected. We are all very proud of what we have to offer the people of Santa Clara who live, work, and play. And for us to consider reducing or eliminating any program or service is difficult. I think that's why our recent conversations with the city employee bargaining units are so encouraging. Employees of the 8 bargaining units have agreed to give up their salary increase that they were due under contract at the end of last year. They also agreed to reduce their salaries by nearly 5% by taking an unpaid furlough day, which are about equivalent to 1 unpaid day per month. And they are also giving up the cost increase that they would have been due at the end of the 2011 calendar year. You may have noticed City Hall offices have been closed 1 day per month as a result of these unpaid furlough days. It says a great deal about the quality and character of these employees. This spirit and partnership and cooperation not only helped us to preserve the services to our community, it also kept city employees working and providing those services. 2 other bargaining units did not agree to these concessions and experienced layoffs, which was the city's only alternative to achieve the same monetary savings. It was disappointing, and it certainly was a hardship for the affected employees, but it was a necessity. Overall, the vast majority of city employees have helped the city to close its budget deficit for the current fiscal year, and their efforts will help us to achieve balance in the future years as well. And our employee bargaining units have also agreed to meet and discuss pension reform, including the possibility of a second-tier retirement plan for future and new hires. The city appreciates the willingness of its city bargaining groups to discuss pension reform and looks forward to this productive and needed dialogue. There are many actions which have already been taken, as well as other strategies to address our serious and continuing budget challenges. With more than 100 positions frozen and an additional 25 positions eliminated, we are working hard with about 85% of the personnel we employed just a decade ago, when times were much better. With fewer employees, we are asking our employees to do much more with less, and we are asking our residents and businesses to be patient, flexible, and understanding. We are grateful that city leadership, our employees and our business communities and residents are partnering with a positive spirit of cooperation to help find solutions and to help us moving forward in this difficult time. And moving forward is what Santa Clara does best. Despite the challenging economy and tremendous effort it is to deal with these budget challenges, the city has continued to excel in its performance. And let me give you a few examples. For this state of the city, I'll start with the library, one of our most well-used city services, with 1.4 million visitors a year and a circulation count of nearly 2,800,000 items annually. Another 680,000 virtual visits are made annually to view library materials via the internet. For the 8th time, our library was ranked among the top 10 public libraries in the nation. Our library is also one of only 75 libraries in the U.S. to receive a grant from the National Endowment of the Arts to fund the Big Read program in 2011 and a variety of other community activities. This national recognition of our city library confirms what we already know. It's a valuable resource to our entire community. Although we don't have a way to monitor how many people use our 33 parks and more than 24 playgrounds, we do know from past resident surveys and comments, and we hear all the time that our recreation areas and open spaces are treasured. Our recreation facilities like the Teen and Youth Centers, Community Recreation Center, and Senior Center are busy all the time. Last year, we celebrated the 75th anniversary of Washington Baseball Park and opened the Agnews Historic Cemetery and Museum, dedicated to the former patients and staff of Agnews State Hospital. This year, we expect an increasing number of people will discover the pleasure of walking and running or bicycling on the San Tomas Aquino Saratoga Creek Trail. This trail includes 4 miles of paved trail with safe passage under Highway 101 and major roadways, and helps keep our residents active and outdoors at every age. Whether a city park facility is old or new, Santa Clara residents value the public space and how it reflects the community's values. Parks and open space are a part of the city's long-standing commitment to protecting the environment and ensuring a more sustainable future. Last year, the U.S. Environmental Protection Agency named Santa Clara as one of the top green power agencies in the nation. And in April, we celebrate our 24th year as a Tree City USA. The city of Santa Clara has also been recognized as a bicycle-friendly community and praised for being 4th highest in the nation for solar and electric installations. We continue to demonstrate our serious concern about conserving resources and preserving the environment through municipal policies, programs, and innovative leadership. And we thank you in the community who have signed up as a Green Power Program participant for doing your part as well. Infrastructure is something most people don't think much about, unless there's a problem. Reliability for our city utilities that we provide, electric power, water, and sewer services, is a major important to us in Santa Clara. Although we've seen some rate increases in recent years, the combined utility rates paid by Santa Clara residents and businesses still remain the lowest in the Bay Area. In addition, the condition of our streets remain among the best in the 9 Bay Area counties, according to the pavement condition published by the Metropolitan Transportation Commission. Because Santa Clara had detailed plans already completed for a shovel-ready project, the city was eligible to successfully apply for and receive about $10 million in federal grants and loans during this past year as part of the American Recovery and Reinvestment Act. These funds are being used to improve streets, upgrade police and fire equipment, significantly expand our recycled water pipelines, and on other projects that are either underway or will be begun this year to enhance the city infrastructure and services. Although the budget crisis has forced us to put some capital projects on hold, we did recently complete the new Emergency Dispatch Center, a crucial investment in our public safety and our commitment to providing residents and businesses with the fastest possible police, fire, and medical response times. We are also moving ahead with a major upgrade in our sanitary sewer main, and with the construction of a 6-level, 1,800-space Tasman Drive parking garage that will serve the Santa Clara Convention Center and the 49ers Stadium. Obviously, the 49ers Stadium remains an important project for us. We took note of the community's support for this project expressed through a vote that occurred in June of 2010. And although much work remains to be done in finalizing the design, operation, and financing plan for the stadium, work is progressing quickly with the support of the community and the enthusiasm of the 49ers organization. Groundbreaking currently estimated for 2013, will be a major milestone event for everyone in Santa Clara who looks forward to having this new world-class amenity in our community and the economic benefits that the stadium will bring to the city. Although community excitement about the stadium continues to build, none of us can forget that, like many other high-priority capital projects that we have planned, they could be significantly impacted if the state proposal to eliminate all of redevelopment agencies statewide is approved. The funds generated from redevelopment dollars are locally generated funds and intended to support local projects that generate revenue and jobs. In no uncertain terms, the state's elimination of redevelopment agencies would be devastating to Santa Clara as well to other cities throughout the state. The city is using redevelopment funds for its contribution to the construction of the stadium. Although most of the costs of the stadium will be paid by the 49ers and the new Stadium Authority, the Football League and future users of the stadium facility, and nearby hotels, the investment from the city, albeit small, is crucial to the construction financing plan. Our participation is capped at a maximum of $40 million directed from our redevelopment agency. Although small, it is still an important component of this nearly $1 billion project. Not only that, we could lose our source of funding for other redevelopment projects in the city's downtown and North Bayshore areas, including the new library in the north of Bayshore. Also gone would be our source of funding for affordable housing for very low and moderate income households. Your City Council, in response to the threat of these critical projects, took bold and decisive actions to protect these local funds to the best of our abilities. I could not be more proud of my council colleagues. This spring, the City of Santa Clara was honored by the Housing Trust of Santa Clara County with a Housing Championship Award in recognition of our efforts to prevent homelessness and increase the supply of affordable housing in our region. Since 1990, the Santa Clara's Redevelopment Agency has contributed more than $143 million for affordable housing programs and services, helping thousands of individuals and families find safe, clean, affordable homes, condominiums, and apartments to rent and purchase. If the state takes away redevelopment funds, the city will have lost its only dedicated source of revenue available to expand our inventory of affordable housing, even though the high housing costs in our areas continue to be a top issue, and affordable housing continues to be a key economic development issue for us. We sympathize with state leaders who are dealing with a huge budget deficit that was built over many years. But the governor's proposal to unilaterally eliminate redevelopment agencies and to redirect those funds to state coffers is unfair to local jurisdictions who are required to annually balance our budgets. Thomas Edison once said that good fortune is what happens when opportunity meets planning. We are fortunate in Santa Clara to have many dedicated community leaders and staff who are committed to planning for the future and finding new opportunities that benefit our city. We realize that it is not enough to take care of today. We are stewards of our children and for our grandchildren and for generations to come. We take that responsibility very seriously, and it's through one of the filters in which we analyze our options and make our decisions. One of the most significant projects in the city is to update the general plan. This document sets a vision for the future in our community and is a blueprint for land use decisions. After months of extensive community input and review, the City Council recently approved an updated general plan that will serve Santa Clara through the next 25 years. It addresses housing, historic preservation, open space, and environmental concerns, industry and commerce, transportation, and regional issues. How we have identified challenges and opportunities in each of these areas and how we have balanced competing values will define how our city will evolve for future generations. It is an important work, and I urge you to take some time to read through it on the city's website or at the library or at City Hall. I also encourage you to become familiar with the city goals for the next 2 years that were recently developed and approved by the City Council. These goals provide policy direction to the city manager and staff who create work plans that allocate resources, staff time, and expenses to implement them. We had 4 overall goals that guided us over the past 2 years. These 4 goals were to 1. Demonstrate environmental leadership. The second was to provide exceptional services and practice fiscal responsibility. The third was to find additional opportunities to connect with our community. And finally, to be proactive with economic development and entertainment. Not surprisingly, in light of the economic challenges that we're facing, the Council's focus for the next 2 years is all about generation of revenues and jobs. The Council recently adopted the following 5 goals for 2011 through 2013. Number 1, to complete the Santa Clara Stadium project, which is well underway. Second, to refocus the city's Economic Development Committee with policy discussion on development and asset management to ensure all the city's resources are at maximum return. Third, to reinitiate the implementation of the Downtown Revitalization Project with private funds. Fourth, to pursue new electric generation, including Lodi Energy Center and solar projects. And fifth, to develop a formal economic development plan to encourage and support our business community. Both the general plan and council goals reflect the core values of our community that are identified in our Code of Ethics and Values. Since its adoption more than 10 years ago, this code has provided us with a framework for day-to-day performance that helps keep us on track in providing outstanding service to the community and build the public's trust in government. The ethics program has received national recognition for innovation and effectiveness, and it continues to be an integral part of Santa Clara city government. Clearly, we have our major turning points ahead of us this year in the city of Santa Clara. But I think it's also clear that we have many tools in our toolkit to help us thoughtfully approach discussions with information and with innovation. Citizen participation is welcome. Come to City Council meetings or watch us on cable channel 15. Our agendas are posted in advance on the city's website, and you can send the council comments about any issue coming before us by going to santaclaraca.gov, contact council. You will also find an easy email link on the city's website on the page that has the council agenda. I would also encourage you to apply to serve as a volunteer on a city commission, committee, or board. Openings are posted on the city's website. Or volunteer to share your time, skills, and expertise supporting the city department. Last year, more than 1,400 individuals volunteered over 47,000 hours to help the city deliver services to the community, a value of more than $1 million to the community. We appreciate each and every volunteer, as well as all individuals, service clubs, faith groups, businesses, nonprofit organizations who do so much to help our residents and to enrich our community. 2011 is the 159th birthday of our city's incorporation. We can celebrate it with joy and positive feelings about what the year holds in store for us. Yes, our city has some tough challenges, but I have every confidence that we will meet these challenges with your help and support and continue our long tradition of Santa Clara being the best place on earth to live, work, visit, and to raise a family. Thank you.